She said, "Maya, I'm sacrificing everything to care for your father. The least you could do is help with expenses." I said, "Linda, Dad's insurance should cover his medications." What I discovered that week was my stepmother had been using my father's dementia as her personal fundraising campaign while he rotted in some discount care facility. I need some outside perspective because I feel like I'm going crazy. My stepmother Linda, 45F, has been asking for money constantly to care for my father who has dementia, but something feels off about the whole situation. Background: I'm Maya, 29F, marketing executive, live about 200 miles from my hometown. My dad, 68M, was diagnosed with early-stage dementia 2 years ago. He married Linda 5 years ago after my mom passed, and I'll admit I never loved the relationship, but she seemed to make him happy. When Dad's condition started getting worse, Linda insisted she could handle his care at home. "He needs to be in familiar surroundings," she said. "I won't abandon him to some facility." I offered to help find professional care or move closer, but she was adamant. "I've got this handled, Maya. I'm a nurse, remember?" She was a nurse 20 years ago, but whatever. For the past year, she's been sending me monthly requests for money. "Your father's medications are so expensive. We need to modify the bathroom for safety. The adult daycare program costs more than expected. I've been sending $801,200 monthly because I felt guilty living my life while she was supposedly sacrificing everything for Dad's care. But here's what's bothering me: I barely get to talk to him anymore. When I call, Linda says he's having a bad day, or resting, or too confused for phone calls. When I visit, which is maybe once a month, he seems more out of it than I expected for his diagnosis stage. The progression has been faster than doctors predicted," Linda explains. "Some days he doesn't even recognize me." She's been posting constantly on Facebook about being a caregiver warrior and how exhausting it is to care for someone with dementia. Lots of inspirational quotes about sacrifice and love, photos of medical equipment, posts asking for prayers. "Please keep Robert in your thoughts," she posted yesterday. Another sleepless night monitoring his condition. "Being a caregiver is the hardest job in the world, but love makes it worth it. Caregiver Life Dementia Warrior." The post got 47 likes and tons of supportive comments. People calling her a saint and an angel. Meanwhile, I'm feeling like a terrible daughter for not doing more, but something feels performative about her posts. Too polished, too frequent, and I haven't actually seen Dad in any of the photos she shares. Am I being paranoid? Is this normal caregiver behavior, or should I be more concerned about what's actually happening with my father's care? Edit: reading these comments, and wow, a lot of you are saying this sounds like potential fraud or neglect. I guess I didn't want to believe it could be that bad. Edit 2: someone asked about visiting more often. I've tried, but Linda always has reasons why it's not a good time: doctor appointments, bad days, him being too agitated for visitors. Update 1, guys, this has escalated way beyond monthly expense requests. Linda's been running a full-scale fundraising operation using my father's illness, and I had no idea how extensive it was. So after your comments last week, I decided to actually investigate Linda's social media presence instead of just glancing at the occasional post. What I found was a systematic campaign to monetize my father's dementia. She's been posting daily updates about his declining condition with increasingly dramatic language. "Robert had another fall today. The medical bills are overwhelming, but I'll never give up on him. Sleepless nights are becoming the norm. Caring for someone with dementia requires round-the-clock vigilance." But here's the thing: she's been accepting donations through multiple platforms. A GoFundMe page I never knew existed has raised $12,000 from friends and extended family. Her Venmo and PayPal are linked in her bio with "Help with Robert's Care" messages. "Every dollar helps us provide the best care possible," her GoFundMe description reads. "Robert is fighting this terrible disease with dignity, and I'm committed to keeping him comfortable at home where he belongs." At home. But when I drove by the house last weekend, there were no cars in the driveway, no signs of medical equipment, no indication anyone was living there. I knocked on the door. No answer. Asked the neighbor, Mrs. Chen, who's lived next door for 15 years. "Oh, honey, Linda hasn't been around much lately," she said. "I see her maybe once a week, usually just to get mail. Is your father okay? He's supposed to be living here with dementia care." Mrs. Chen looked confused. I haven't seen Robert in months. I was wondering if he'd moved to a facility. My stomach dropped. If Dad isn't at the house and Linda's been posting about providing 24/7 home care, where the hell is he? I called Linda directly. Hey, I was in the neighborhood and stopped by the house. No one was there. Oh, we're at a doctor's appointment. Very long day of testing. Mrs. Chen said she hasn't seen Dad in months. Pause. Mrs. Chen is getting older. Her memory isn't what it used to be. Linda, where is my father? He's with me, Maya. I'm taking excellent care of him. Where specifically are you taking care of him? I don't appreciate the interrogation. I'm doing everything I can for your father while you live your life 200 miles away. She hung up. But not before I heard something in the background. Airport announcements. Airport announcements. While she's supposedly providing round-the-clock dementia care, I'm documenting everything now. Her social media posts, the fundraising campaigns, the timeline of her claims versus reality. This isn't just weird anymore, it's fraud. Update 2. This is unbelievable. I found out where Linda's been while claiming to provide 24/7 care for my father, and it's so much worse than I imagined. Remember how I heard airport announcements during our phone call? Well, yesterday I got a Facebook notification that made everything click into place. My college friend Jessica works for Royal Caribbean Cruise Lines. She tagged Linda in a photo from the ship's formal dining room with the caption, "So great running into Linda again. Third cruise this year, you're living your best life, girl." Third cruise this year. While posting daily about exhausting caregiver duties and sleepless nights monitoring Dad's condition. I looked at the photo timestamp. It was from last Tuesday, the same day Linda posted on Facebook about another difficult night with Robert's wandering episodes. Caregiver life means no sleep, but love keeps me going. She was literally posting about sleepless nights while dining at the captain's table on a cruise ship. I started digging deeper into her tagged photos. Found pictures from Cancun in March, Vegas in April, a Mediterranean cruise in June. All while her Facebook showed daily posts about Dad's declining condition and her sacrificial caregiving. The worst part? She's been using the donation money to fund these trips. Her Venmo history shows payments to travel agencies, cruise lines, resort bookings, all while people are sending money thinking they're helping with Dad's medical care. Where is my father, Linda? I texted her with screenshots of the cruise photos. Maya, I deserve a break sometimes. Caregiving is exhausting. A break? You've been on vacation for weeks while posting about providing 24/7 care. I have respite care arranged. Your father is safe. What respite care? Where is he? She wouldn't answer. So I started calling every care facility in a 50-mile radius of their hometown. Found him on the 8th call. Sunny Acres Extended Care, a basic Medicaid facility with a reputation for minimal services. He's been there for 6 months. Has anyone been visiting Robert? I asked the nurse. His wife comes by maybe once a month, usually just to sign paperwork. Once a month, while posting daily about hands-on caregiving and asking for money to keep him comfortable at home. I drove there immediately. Found Dad in a shared room, wearing clothes I didn't recognize, looking confused and neglected. The staff was kind but clearly overwhelmed. Dad, it's Maya. How are you feeling? Maya, my little girl? He seemed more lucid than Linda had been claiming. I was wondering when you'd visit. I've been trying to visit, Dad. Linda said you were too sick for company. Linda, she was here. Last week, maybe longer. The days blur together. My father has been abandoned in a care facility while Linda travels the world on donation money, posting fake updates about sacrificial caregiving. I'm done playing nice. Time to expose this fraud for what it is. Final update. Well, guys, sometimes you have to fight social media manipulation with social media manipulation. Time for the final update on this caregiving fraud. Remember how Linda's been obsessed with posting about her sacrificial caregiving while actually vacationing on donated money? I decided to use her social media addiction against her. I created a fake Instagram account for a luxury travel company and started following Linda's social media. Then I crafted the perfect bait, a caregiver appreciation contest, offering a free Mediterranean cruise to heroes who sacrifice everything for their loved ones. We want to celebrate the unsung heroes who provide 24/7 care for family members. The fake contest post read. Share your caregiving story and photos for a chance to win a 14-day luxury cruise. You deserve a break. I tagged Linda in the comments. You should enter this. You're such an inspiration with everything you do for Robert. She took the bait immediately, posted a long entry about her tireless devotion to Dad's care, sharing photos of medical equipment that she'd never actually used and writing about sleepless nights and endless sacrifice. "I haven't left Robert's side in months," she wrote. "Every day is a challenge, but love makes it worthwhile. A vacation would be a dream, but I could never leave him alone." Caregiver life dementia warrior, the comments poured in. People praising her dedication, calling her a saint, sharing their own caregiving stories. She was basking in the attention. Then I sprung the trap. Using the fake travel account, I commented, "Linda, your story is so inspiring. We'd love to feature you in our winter announcement. Can you share some recent photos of you actively caregiving? Our followers love to see the day-to-day reality of your sacrifice." She panicked, started making excuses about privacy, about Dad being too sick to photograph, about not wanting to exploit his condition for social media. But other people started asking questions. "Linda, I'd love to see updates on Robert's condition. Can you share more about his daily care routine? What medical equipment has been most helpful?" She couldn't answer without revealing she had no idea about his actual care, so she did what narcissists do: she doubled down with more lies. "Robert's condition has deteriorated rapidly," she posted. "We're now in hospice care at home. Please respect our privacy during this difficult time." Hospice care. She was claiming my father was dying to avoid questions about her fake caregiving. That's when I revealed everything. Posted a long Facebook message with photos of Dad at Sunny Acres, screenshots of Linda's vacation photos, evidence of her fundraising fraud. "For those asking about my father's condition," I wrote, "he's actually doing well at Sunny Acres Extended Care, where he's been for 6 months. Linda has been traveling the world on donated money while claiming to provide 24/7 home care. Dad is not in hospice, not at home, and not receiving the care your generous donations were meant to provide." The response was immediate and brutal. People demanding refunds, calling her a fraud, sharing the post to warn others. Her carefully constructed caregiver martyr image crumbled in real time. Linda tried damage control, claiming I was bitter and trying to destroy her reputation. But the evidence was overwhelming. Vacation photos with timestamps, facility records, bank statements showing donation money spent on travel. The legal consequences came fast. GoFundMe froze her account and refunded donors. The state attorney general opened an investigation for charity fraud. Several family members filed complaints for financial exploitation. As for Dad, I moved him to a much better facility near my city. He's getting proper care, regular visits, and seems happier than he's been in months. "I was wondering when you'd come get me," he said during the transfer. "I never liked that woman." Even with dementia, he knew Linda wasn't trustworthy. Linda's social media went dark after the exposure. Last I heard, she's facing criminal charges and working at a retail job to pay legal fees. Her caregiving warrior persona is permanently destroyed. I'm taking a leave of absence to spend more time with Dad while he's still lucid enough to enjoy visits. We're making new memories, and I'm documenting his real stories, not fake caregiving drama.